Hello everyone, this is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona, and I love to show you weekly either a video or live on Facebook what I've been working on in my craft room. So here I am Tuesday morning at 8:30 a.m. Arizona time, and today I am going to be showing you some projects with a new promotion Stampin' Up! Has coming up. Good morning, Beth. Thanks for popping in. So beginning June 1 through June 30th of 2023, hey Marilyn, Stampin' Up! Is offering a designer series paper sale. So 13 of Stampin' Up's designer series paper will be priced at 15% off. Now, if you're like me, you love designer series paper. Sometimes it's where you feel like you want to hoard it, but today I'm going to show you how to use it. So good morning, Sue. Thanks for joining. So let me pop you down to the workspace and I'll show you the card idea and some samples that I have for you this morning, along with some other information about that. So you can find the Stampin' Up! Designer Series papers beginning on page 29 of the new annual catalog. I hope you have your catalog. Hi, Kay. Thanks for joining from North Carolina. Good to see you. So the papers that are going to be 15% off include the Bright and Beautiful 6x6. Hey, Judy. The Countryside Inn 12x12 Designer Series paper. Delightfully Eclectic. Now, this is on my wish list. It's a huge package of 48 sheets of 12x12, so that's going to be on sale. Looking forward to getting that. Earth and Elegance 12x12, Fresh as a Daisy 12x12, Glorious Gingham 12x12. No, I'm sorry, Glorious Gingham is 6x6. And then we have the Inked Botanicals, Let's Go Fishing, and Le Shops. So 13, Masterfully Made, Stargazing, and Zoo Crew. So you'll find those beginning on page 129. And I know, like I said, we have a tendency to hoard our designer series paper, but I'm going to show you a way to use both sides. And that's, hey, good morning, Linda. That's another thing is sometimes when you have this gorgeous designer series paper, it's kind of hard to choose which side to use. My card today is going to be using the Inked Botanicals. This paper is just gorgeous. I'm hoarding it, or I'm going to have to put a couple packages on my list to order on Thursday, June 1st. But the Inked Botanicals, this is just, I'm in love with it. Let me show you the sheets in that, the 6x6. The colors in that are Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon, Petal Park, and Pool Party. I love that sheet. Some dots. 6x6. Just really fun. I don't know, the colors I love this sheet as well. There you go. So these are the papers in that package. And also, so this is the card that I've made today. It's a fun little technique that you can use where you see both sides of the designer series paper. So I've worked up some other samples for you. I'm also using the stamp set, oh my gosh, losing my train of thought today. Circle Sayings stamp set with that, and then these little brushed butterflies. Alrighty, so let's move on to the next sample. This is also, there's the brush butterflies, the sentiment from Circle Sayings, and this designer series paper is the Countryside Inn 12x12 designer series paper. So let me show you the inside of that. And I love that little dot design. And I've added some of the balmy blue ribbon, and this is a balmy blue base to that. I should tell you too that the label that I'm using, or the die cut, is from the Something Fancy dies. All right, so there's one other sample of this card design. This one uses the Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper. Hey, Janie. And that's the inside of that. This is the Moody Mauve. Again, this sentiment is from the Circle Sayings. I've been using the Circle Sayings a lot, but what I like about that is that it doesn't have to be in a circle. The sentiments, to me, are just perfect on their own. This is the Circle Sayings. So this stamp set includes everything that I would normally use when I'm creating cards. So I've used it with just that different a different label, and there's my brushed butterfly with that. The Circle Sayings, if you buy it as a bundle with a 2 3/8 inch circle punch, is 10% off. All right, and the last sample that I have is using that Bright and Beautiful 6x6 Designer Series paper, the Circle Saying stamp set, and I colored some little gems with the Pretty Peacock Stampin' Blends and added some Lemon Lolly ribbon. Lemon Lolly is one of our brand new core colors. Just love that, and the ribbon's so pretty. So you can pretty much do anything you want. So this is a good card design where you can use some of that Designer Series paper that you have in your stash. It's a good time to stock up on more paper. It's just a good time to use your Designer Series paper. So this is the card. I'll give you the dimensions for this, and a couple of these, if you dig deep into my blog, I've done tutorials and videos on these cards before, but I thought with the Designer Series paper sale, it was a good opportunity to bring this out and share it again in a fresh way with fresh papers. And one thing I do want to mention, that if there are 13 of the papers that will be going on sale, and if you want to receive just a sampling of those, 2 sheets basically of each, I'm offering a paper share. You can see the details on my blog at kimplayswithpaper.com, or you can message me for more information. It'll allow you to see what the papers look like, and before you decide which ones you want to buy an entire package of. All right, so let's get back to the card. This is a Calypso Coral base that measures 5.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 1 1/4. A Designer Series paper piece that's 5 1/4 by 4. A Designer Series paper piece that's 5 1/4 by 1 and 5 1/4 by 1. So you have 2 of those, and we're going to be using that side. And a basic white that measures 5 1/4 by 4, as well as the label cut with the Something Fancy dies. So those are the things I'm going to be using, as well as I just added some interest in the card with some linen thread and my butterflies. Alrighty, so we'll start by, you see I've scored that, so I am going to fold on the score, give it a little with my bone folder, and then I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus I'm going to put this, actually I don't really want it, I wanted to do something else first. Let me grab, gosh, if you ever do this and you put your adhesive on before you're ready, get one of your silicone mats, and I can place that on here and it's not going to stick. Now, if I stuck it to my paper, it would stick down, and I don't want that to happen. But I really want to put the Designer Series paper piece on the edge first. Give me a little bit more leverage. So I've got, again, this technique, this design is to showcase both sides of the paper, especially when you have trouble choosing which side you want to use. All right, so now that peels right off my silicone mat, and I'm ready to put the rest of the adhesive on. That's a really good trick. I use this in class a lot, and it's a really inexpensive tool for your craft room. Then I'm going to go ahead and just put this other one on the other side. And you can see how quickly these cards shape up when with this design. All right. And then to get the, I just love this design. I'm going to just set that. That's how because when I open the card, that's what I'm going to see. So I need to be careful where I place my adhesive, and I'm going to just put a couple strips down here. Then I'm going to close my card, and voila, there is, we've made that card. Now what we have to do is decorate the front, and you can use any stamp sets that you have in your stash that will work well. I am going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat, another really great tool to have in your craft room, and my Calypso Coral, and the Because You're Awesome stamp from Circle Sayings. Give that just a nice little touch right in the middle. Hold down to let that ink sink in, and there we go. We are set there. All right. What I would like to do is add this this piece of interest with the linen thread. So I'm going to grab a little stretch of that linen thread. One of the other things. Hey, good morning, Colleen. How are you doing? So sometimes it's interesting to make that little. So I'm just gonna, what I've started to do is just make a bow, a bunny ear bow, and then I have two loops on each side, and I'm gonna bring in my glue dots, and I'm gonna put the glue dots, a couple of glue dots, just right here in the middle where I'm going to want to place that knot. They're there. Maybe I need to make them just a little smaller. Okay. And place those kind of at a diagonal. There are lots of different ways you can get this effect, but for me, that seemed to work the best. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of that label. Anybody have a favorite designer series paper from the catalog yet, from the brand new catalog? Hey, Veronica, thanks for popping in. And then I am going to just place my sentiment on the front. So I have that arranged. I'm going to trim the ends off just a little bit. There are lots of different ways to do that. Thank you, Sue, for that. Sometimes people will wrap their fingers around the twine and then try to put it on there. But for me, that works the best. And then I'm going to bring out my brush butterflies. I want to show you something, though. I got this tip from my friend Tammy in Minnesota. I sometimes struggle with the organization of my gems. I had them just in a drawer, and every time I wanted to use them, I had to rifle through every single one. So she suggested that I get these are Stampin' Up's stamp cases. So now when I buy a new gem or jewel, I'll put I put them in here. So if I have more than one, they're all together, and then they're easily visible to me. So one way, yeah, so because sometimes it's really hard to stay organized in the craft room. But that one really helped me a lot. And you get 3 or 4 of those in a package. All right, so here are these. What I like about these brush butterflies is they're pretty flat. So they won't add a lot of bulk if you're going to mail them. And I think just one right here just adds just a little bit. So there we go. That is the card design that allows you to use both sides of your designer series paper. Oh, Colleen, I know a hot mess is about exactly what described that drawer. So I'm glad that you like that tip. Let me just quick show you the others. I don't have all of the designer series papers, but with this, at least I'm able to give you some ideas of the ones that I do have. I do have another blog post that has another design that uses designer series paper, so be sure to check that out. And that's the Fresh as a Daisy and the Countryside Inn, all using the circle sayings. Makes it really easy, and it's just fun to see all the different designs and the different looks you can get with the paper. So anyway, thanks so much for watching today, for commenting, liking, sharing. If you're interested in the paper share, give me a shout. Look for more information on the dimensions on my blog at kimplayswithpaper.com. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, the rest of the week and weekend, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.